I really hate that they changed the music.
You know, oh my God, don't make me laugh. I saw that. Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to episode 3 something or another. What is this? 334 of Grown Women Gaming. I am your host today, CHAREECE, and I have my lovely ladies with me. Yeah. So we're gonna do our intros and say everybody what we play. Boogie.
Yes. What happened?
That's what happened. We're gonna start, at the bottom, work our way down. So, lady, what you been playing this week?
What?
Hey, she got it in before. I called her twice. She did it twice.
All right, cool beans.
We muted Boogie. I was saying that I could actually go. It doesn't matter. It was just funny. I thought it would be funny, but because I haven't played anything. Like I haven't played anything all week, so I'm super easy. Like only thing I played was what we're seeing right here, which was just before the show. So other than that, nothing. Nada.
That's me too. Nada.
Yeah. And we're gonna talk about this game later in the show. So just give her, if you've played it, just say you played it and wait till
far away, CHAREECE.
Yeah, you sound real low.
Bring the thingy to you.
Oh my God! Why
that's right. Oh my God!
I can't do it. Oh,
you can do it. You can do it.
Cody. Say, I need help. I've fallen and I can't do
that's called a fuck.
Oh my God! Okay, hold on. Is that better? Oh my God! I hate y'all. Okay.
Really?
I hate that white Audi. That's what I hate.
Oh, was it a white Audi?
Oh man, no. Which one do you want? What model?
Girl, I don't know cars like that.
I don't know though. You remember it was a white Audi? So.
Oh my God! I remember I remember it because that used to be Delilah's favorite car. And
are you gonna tell people what happened?
I don't know.
Okay.
I could. Just because if I step away from a moment, it's because I'm, done took something. No, I took medicine before it. But yeah, when I get to my turn, I'll tell you.
Okay. So that's it for me. I'm good. You can go on to Miss Delilah.
Miss Delilah.
Welcome everybody. Not a doggone thing. Not this week, man. It's been a week. I can tell you. But yeah, as far as gaming, I definitely was able to kind of like read up on some things with Assassin's Creed because I can get ready for this topic. But my husband is playing the game, so I was able to watch a little bit of it. But me personally, no, I'm working on my own little side projects, and it's been taking up a lot of my time. So, yeah.
All right, lady.
Lifing.
That part.
Good morning, everybody. It's afternoon everywhere else. This is me, Lady Infamous 415. We played some Shadows. We're going to talk about that later. We played some Call of Duty rank multiplayer. It is what it is. Also, we played some Marvel Rivals ranked. I'm silver. I'm silver on both Call of Duty and Marvels. And also I played the game preview of 33 Immortals.
Ooh, how was that?
Ooh, girl, I like it. I don't like that it's 3-player it's 3-player co-op. I think it should have been 4. It's a dungeon crawler road like cooperative game.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. Each server has at least 33 people. You kill enemies to acquire items that you can be able to go fight a dungeon. Each dungeon has 6 people in there. Up to 6 people can go in a dungeon. After you go through the dungeon, you get better gear. Then when you clear enough dungeons, you go to the Ascension match, where there's a boss that you got to get to fight with you and up to 33 other people. If you beat that boss, you get a key. You go to the next area. It reminds me of Dante's Inferno landscape. I know they took a little bit of Hades in there. It's okay. I have fun.
Everybody, shoot.
Mm. So, Stitch showed me a couple of things. I think was it Tuesday or Wednesday. But I had fun, and the randoms were randoming. So, if you're playing by yourself, I suggest you go with a group and follow them. There's cosmetics. You can get a dog. You can get a cat as your companion in the game. And cool. I haven't been past I think I went to the Ascension boss once, but it was too strong. By the time I got there, I was weak and I had no health left. So, but I definitely would like to try that again. That's all I've been playing this week.
All right. And it's your girl CHAREECE here. I have been playing. I did play Assassin's Creed also. We'll get to that later. But I kind of had a minor life event, as we alluded to earlier in the show. I got hit by a car yesterday. Not my car got hit. I personally got hit. So if you see me step away, not step away because I'm not stepping anywhere. Grimace is because I'm trying to readjust my body because I'm getting too stiff or whatever. And so I need to move to readjust, or my ankles are swollen. It looked like little sausages. It was not cute. Not cute. Yes, it is. It's not funny then, but it is funny. You may crack jokes with the ladies because my mother has already been cracking jokes. She's supposed to be coming to see me after the show today to check on her baby.
Yeah. You know, I'm already doing it. CHAREECE took a tumble.
I took a tumble, all right.
Yeah. Like as soon as you did it, like my mind immediately visualized, that like, whoa, hitting the back of the car, Like, damn, I know.
So yeah, I wrapped my foot up before the show and I got it propped up on something, but I don't think I have it high enough because I'm sitting at my desk.
So get it up on the desk. So you got to sit back.
Baby, I don't know. We're not that flexible right now. If it was any other day, I'd have got you. But not today. But yeah. So other than that, I have been playing, like I said, Assassin's Creed, Monster Hunter Wilds, and what else have I been playing? I played there earlier in the week.
Dang, I forgot about Monster Hunter. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think that came out at the wrong time, but yeah, it did its numbers, but I don't know how long people are gonna play it with these other games dropping. Like, it's gonna be a game that's gonna have staying power. People are gonna drop it for a while and then come back to it. But yeah, so we're gonna jump into our first topic. Let me switch over here real quick. So this is something we talked about years ago. Which is another thing I like about us, that we do revisit these topics, because again, things change. They may get worse, they may get better, they may stay the same, but sooner or later we will revisit these questions or these topics. And college athletes are now being paid for their likeness in football games. So I remember at the time they were not getting paid, and to the point, that's one of the reasons why we didn't have college football games. But last year was the first year they were getting paid, and they were only paid between $500 and $600. That's for their likeness. So that's like that's all you get. That's yours. But this year they're now getting paid $1,500, and you get extra depending on if you're on the cover, if you're like in the merchandising of the game and stuff like that. So I'm like, are we in the right track here? Because again, remember now, professional football players get paid millions to have their likeness in these games.
Right. That's what I was about to go there, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, so again, we're at a start, but are we done now? Like, they should be happy. Anybody can jump in before I say something.
$1,500 ain't enough.
It's not. With how much money football generates? Heck no. Like, I want some residuals. Like, I want a percentage on the copies y'all selling. Like,
no, that wasn't mentioned in the article, ma'am. That wasn't mentioned in the article.
I'm just saying. I'm like, that's what I want.
I hope
I don't get how they feel that they can pay them less when they're still making goob gobs of money. Like, I don't understand that.
Right. Like, I mean, okay, yes, a bump from the last year, sure. It's better than $500, $600. So it's great that they're getting $1,500. But man,
yeah, but they act like this to me. That amount is as if they're doing these players a favor. Like you're not doing them a favor,
right? So I look at it like that. When you look at the math and how many copies they sell year over year with NCAA and
it is
the amount of money. Right, and the amount of money the NCAA, the organization makes on these players, is astronomical year round. More, regardless of sport, where you got like March Madness, and then you got like, of course, I already mentioned the football part, and the colleges, all like it's ridiculous. The boosters,
I think it's
they make a ton of money,
don't you? To like the pro, as far as like the hierarchy, right? Like so that you have people who are getting close to graduating. Those people are your most popular people. They bring in the most money, but they're bringing in, still millions and millions of dollars. So why do you feel like you can pay them so less? Like,
yes, to me, that's not enough
in the bucket.
Like someone put in the chat, who said that coaches are paid millions? Yipper 99. They got $1 million plus contracts. Like, no, man. And then you think about the players, how many is usually on a squad? What typically it's like 50 something.
I would say 52, 50, something like
that. That's for the official roster, something like that. Come on. Let's stop playing.
I don't know. I never like how it's presented, you know what I mean? Because like, look, again, I feel like they always act like they're doing them a favor.
Yep.
Like,
like, no, you getting $100, you get $1,000 more now. Like,
right. But I think you see that even when you first like come into places, when you talk about salary, right? Like, I feel like this is like in multiple areas. Even when you come into like ladies' job, right? Like you coming in to work at Pete's, they want to lowball you, right? Just to see if you even like can negotiate higher. Like a lot of times, whatever they offer you, the first offer is lower than lower than what they can afford. Like they have, a budget, and they'll go low. And if you accept it, they're happy, because they save money now and they got talent. So,
yeah.
I'm glad you said that, Boogie, because the reason why they went up to 1,500 is because the majority of the players did not sign with them last year. So that's why, because last year it was 500.
Good on them.
They went to up to 1,500 to be more enticing to the players.
Yeah, and even if you're a D1, like if you top tier, like pro bound,
right,
you should be able to negotiate way more than that. Like,
yeah.
And again, they feel like because you're getting a free education, you don't need this other mother, which is the whole discussion in the first place, that why we pay you for your likeness when you're getting a free education. But like, as somebody who has a child in college right now, that ain't
enough. That ain't enough. Like, not only do you need to be paying me for free education, you need to be paying, like, as an athlete that they're like making that type of money on, like, you need to be paying for my education, all my books, all my supplies, my room and board.
Yeah, sometimes they only cover tuition. They don't cover books and all those.
Right.
Yeah, that is true. Depending on the school. Yeah. And like these schools are making bank on these students with their own likeness, and they don't have any say so over it.
Right.
So yeah.
And I get if you're at a school that isn't making that kind of money.
Yeah. Right? Now it's a balance, right? Like if you go to D2 and you're like not that popular.
Fucking Alabama, like those people are making money.
See, look at it like this. Would they even care if you signed on? They wouldn't. They wouldn't care if you didn't have that much of a pull to improve, to make people come to the game. They wouldn't care.
Yeah.
If you didn't sign to be like, oh, I'm gonna get the. They were like, oh, we gonna pay you no way because you're not that popular. So you know what I mean? They wouldn't care.
So yeah, there's that. So good look to the players. Hopefully this. I don't know if this went over to the basketball side of things, but I'm hoping it will into like more sports, because again, these athletes need to be paid. They are putting their bodies to work because, not all of them are going pro, but still, some of them are still getting injured. At least let them, be able to eat besides roaming at night. Like, feed the kids. All right. As we know, in the last couple of years, we've had a couple layoffs, and we on this show have always like, okay, they need to worry about talking about unions. That way game developers can, have some sort of bargaining chip or what's the word I'm looking for? Some way to bargain with these companies. So at GDC, which was last week,
it's still this week, girl.
This week.
They leave it. They leave it now. They leave it now.
Thank you, girl. Thank you.
They're in my city.
yeah. Lady would know.
Lady would definitely know.
They actually started a union at GDC this year. It's the first one that's not really centered on an actual company, so anybody can join this. You don't just have to work for a particular company to join it.
Okay.
So which is nice. It's for US and Canada. Hold on. It's both full-time and freelance workers across various disciplines can join, including those working in art, writing, design, QA, and programming. Those affected by the layoffs can also join, and those who want to or are organizing unions in their own workplace. So, like, it's vast. It's what they're trying to. So, do you think this is going to catch on since we now have like can I use national? Is it national? I would say national. Yeah.
Yeah, they just, because I know that the FAA, I think that's what it's called. They also have a gaming centered, like, creative based union. A lot of these are starting to pop up now, and because we've talked about it, right? We know how volatile this industry is, and like with the layoffs, and people staying on board and leaving immediately after projects. Like it's wild. And then now you got AI in the play. Like people want to get compensated for their likeness as well, like their design style and things like that. So I'm not surprised by this at all. And I think the industry should just get on board and welcome it, because it's not going to stop because people are always going to feel like they need to be compensated for their work, right? So yeah, I mean, and with the industry that's unstable, like, you have to have some sort of union to be able to just enjoy a comfortable life.
Okay, for me, I'm gonna be honest. Delilah made a great point that it is the beginning steps to be able to secure their pockets, secure their mental state, because people don't understand that video games is a time and it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of talent.
Yeah.
And for it to be so volatile that other areas in business have a more stable security with their jobs, and seeing the video game industry have less security, I think it's a great start to be able to make sure everybody get paid a fair wage, everybody get treated fairly while they make these games for us, and just on and 100% like overall mental health of it all, because it just takes a toll on your mind and body sometimes. And I didn't really understand that in the beginning, because I didn't know what it took. Now, since I understood it more, they need to be compensated. They need to be taken care of as well, especially if a game make millions and millions of dollars,
So these are the things that they're asking for, that their list of demands for they're working towards: sustainable growth instead of short-term boom and bust hiring cycles, advanced notice before layoffs,
there we go,
following layoffs, improved severance pay, extended health insurance for laid off workers, recall rights, those who are let go get priority when the company starts hiring again, and worker control over these decisions to use AI. Yeah. So, do we think any of these are going to be like met anytime soon?
I guess the only one.
Go ahead. You want to go?
I think all of those, I really like. The only one I think would be a hard thing to do would be the recall one. That's the only one that I'm like, I don't know if they're going to be able to realistically pull that off.
Right. Because, I mean, just like some people who are going to be laid off are people who probably would have been fired. That there's people that are in that group that were just a what do you want to say? Product of circumstance, right?
Yeah.
But then there's some people who are, not really performing well as well.
Yeah, performance-based, yeah.
But I think how it'll work is that if you hire someone who is in this union, you're accepting the union, right? So like, you can't hire someone who is a part of this union and not adhere to this. That's what I have understood about unions. Is that not the same?
Make Call of Duty. Doesn't Activision have a union? Didn't they announce that?
Yeah, I believe so.
Like the QA, I don't know. I can't remember.
But I don't think it's the same. But I'm pretty sure that's how it will work. So if you join this union and it's a recognized union, then you have to adhere to these things. And then I think each year they would, or even when they accept the union, right? When they recognize it, they kind of talk through obligations.
And most companies aren't a fan because of it. It doesn't allow them to be flexible,
right?
And they have to consider all these requirements before they can even let someone go or try to change their staff and stuff. So
yeah, I think a big problem in the software development industry as a whole is kind of contract work and the abuse of it, right? Because they hire contractors, and then just contract by nature is like shitty, right? Because you're the people who are hiring the contractors are paying a contract service, right? And then the people who are working get less because the people who are contracting find new jobs, so they're taking some off your salary. Like they're getting a cut too. And then when like projects are done, they get rid of people because they're contract. So like you don't even have to deal with this type of stuff. So like what I worry is that they'll lean more heavily into contract work to avoid
the union. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like
because I don't think contract work is good for the contractee.
Well, see, some contracts are like union based too. Like they have their own little set of benefits that they provide as a contracting company. But if it's an independent contractor, then definitely you're right on the money with that. Like if they're going through like some sort of third party, then I expect it to function similar to a union.
I don't like contract work, so I don't go for
the lack of benefits. Yeah,
lack of benefits. Like,
all right. Anybody anything else to say? No? Okay, cool. So this was just, again, I am partially blind and apparently might have a somewhat limp for the rest of my life. I don't know.
I was gonna say that. I lived through that, girl. Listen, it's not.
So the ESA, we haven't heard about them in a while. Has started a new initiative called Accessible Games Initiative, and basically it is to help promote accessibility features in games, like not just because I know Microsoft has their accessibility controller set, which it has the paddles and the one that you can tap, and then they came out with a new piece that's like a little joystick or something, which I thought was like so good. But it's also bringing in other developers and other manufacturers to help, like spread this awareness. Like, hey, we have these features in our game, and it's basically more to promote these features and these controllers and these things. And some people got upset about that.
Upset?
I don't understand. We're gonna get more to it when we get to Assassin's Creed, but I don't understand people who are upset because people who have disabilities are playing video games. Like, don't you want these people to play video games? Don't you want to share your hobby?
They hurt their arm or something, or God forbid they get in an accident and can't, do something or have some sort of brain injury. Then are they going to have sympathy then? Like, I mean.
You only get sympathy when it affects themselves, I guess. Like they don't care about anybody else unless it actually bothers them. Which
that's the world we live in right now, right?
Yeah, that's kind of how we got in the situation we're in right now. But yeah, so it's right now it has 24 tags that are used by developers, which cover accessibility features including narrated menus, input remapping, stick inversion, subtle formats, and color alternates. Like I've used a different when it comes to the color blindness, I've used that in certain games. Remember when we was playing Grounded and the spiders and they like made it like different?
Oh my god, girl.
That's an accessibility feature.
Some things. Oh my goodness. They still scary. Even as a blob. Like
it can't be like that now. Making the font large. Like when I play again Assassin's Creed, I've made the font larger. I do like in this game how when somebody speaks, it tells you the direction they're speaking in. That way you know which way to look instead of you might miss something or miss some clue, so you don't know which way to look. That's also an accessibility feature. Yes, it somewhat makes the game easier, but not that easy. It just makes it easier for me to understand what is going on and how to play the game how I want to play. Not necessarily make the enemies or the game itself hard easier. Maybe that's where the disconnect comes from, that people are like, people shouldn't be doing this. I don't know. It's weird.
You said people are saying what?
People are upset about this, but there's more accessibility features in games. It's weird. I don't know.
That don't make sense to me, because it's like, man, you can ignore it. Like it doesn't affect you, doesn't bother you.
Do people understand that even motion blur is an accessibility feature? So
right.
Like, being able to turn it off, right? Because like I have to do that because I will get motion sick.
I don't think they understand that the most simplest features are an accessibility feature, like captions on your games, captions in your movies. That's an accessibility feature.
I feel like people don't understand the concept of just because the buffet has crab legs and you don't like crab legs does not mean that you have to not partake.
Right.
Like, I don't understand this.
Yeah.
I
just think people like to complain, especially online. Like people complain to complain.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
You know,
we'll get to Assassin's Creed, but yeah.
We're
it's just like people.
Yeah. So again, enjoy these features.
Yeah, this is actually a great list. I have a neighbor down the street who's blind, and she keeps saying that she wants to be able to play games. And like when I started looking into it, you had to like really look at each individual game, which means you had to like search up whatever title of game and see what accessibility features they had to be able to tell her, you know, like these games you can play. So this is pretty cool because now I can say, come here. Now what will be interesting is when I send her this site, if she tells me that the site itself is
not accessible,
right? Because
that would be like not hilarious, but hilarious.
Yeah, right. Because she'll tell you like, oh, this site really isn't accessible. Can you tell me what this says and stuff like that? So
yeah.
Also, I know you used to play with what was his name?
Sightless Combat, right?
Yeah, Sightless Combat. Yeah, I remember you very familiar with that. Like, and how you have to hear the game. I don't think y'all play Gears or something like that, and you have to like listen to the chains.
So like when we would be going, I would keep revving it so he knew which direction to go in because it had directional sound.
See, that's nice. That's nice.
Right.
You know, look, that's not hurting nobody.
Enjoy
that part. Apparently it's hurting everybody. No, we're gonna get into the game that's hurting everybody.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
I wonder if they think that, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but I wonder if they think that because they're developing these options, they're somehow not able to make games
focusing on them.
Yeah, they're not focusing on the game itself. But I don't. That's just stupid thinking.
Yeah, it is, because
a lack of knowledge of how development works.
That's right, because people who make these games, it's hundreds of people on a single game. So usually these tasks are split up, and you typically have like maybe 20 people working on accessibility features, and then the other remaining of the development group working on something else, and then they'll taper off and begin helping the larger group. Like it's just.
And these things don't take a ton of time.
Nope.
Like, they're not taking a ton of resources. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Doing ADA doesn't take a ton of time. Especially once you get into groove of it, right? Like,
yeah. I would say the only thing that.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say the only thing that would take the longest time with that would be the languages. That takes the longest.
Yeah.
Well, now with AI, it's faster, but
Right. Not everybody's using that.
Right.
And yeah.
Okay. And again, that brings us into our main discussion, which I know I put in the topics, but it's going to be multiple discussions part of this. Because apparently this game has made some folks cry this week.
Oh my God. Like, my cup runneth over with male tears.
So, first of all, I think all of us have played except Delilah. Which she's watching her husband play. So we're going to she's included in discussion
at the end of this.
So we're gonna what's your thoughts on the game? This is just on the game.
Okay.
Just the game. So that's what we're gonna start off first. What do you think about this game? I think so far we've all either played or watched a good 2, 3, 4, 6 hours.
I've been like a little more
good, bad, ugly.
Yeah, good, bad, ugly. No score yet because again we're still super early. But just your first impressions of the game for what you played or watched. Go.
You're not gonna pick somebody?
Nope.
Well, you can't pick me, so.
All right, lady, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay, so what you're seeing is me playing, and there's about an hour and a half of me playing here, and I probably left out about 30 minutes beforehand, so I think I'm at about 2 hours of playthrough. This is very early. You'll even see coming up here that like it says just the intro. So the first like hour is like intro, kind of giving you a backstory of the first two characters. So you're not getting the story here. You're getting just that intro.
Yeah.
Right, but the intro is nice. Like I feel like I'm already digging the combat. The bad, and it's not even really bad. It's just that I've told you guys before this. I still feel like Ghost of Tsushima looks better, and it's only because I'm nitpicking. And you know how I am. Like there's things like where there was a guy that was holding the reins of a horse, right? But the reins like didn't connect with his hand, and they look very like stiff. So I don't know. I'm just nitpicking.
Wait, what system are you playing on?
I'm playing on a PC.
Okay.
And it said that it could run it at 60 frames, so that's what it's doing.
What settings you got? Are you Mac?
I let it choose the settings first, and then I'm playing to see how I like it, and then I'll probably change. Like I think I'm gonna brighten it up because it looks kind of dark here for me. And then
it's been stable though, right? Like the frame rate, all that stuff's been stable.
Yeah. I haven't had any issues. I haven't had any jitteriness or anything like that. You can see like what you're seeing is what I played, how I saw it. Pretty fluid. The only thing that I've gotten caught a couple of times where I feel like I'm pressing a button and I'm not, so I guess I'm just getting my timing down a little better.
Yeah, I see you got that parry and stuff.
Yeah, but I do love the parrying. I'm enjoying the combat. So that's probably my good. And then I talked about my bad. I don't feel like there's any ugly yet. The only ugly I could say is that I really feel like we only got a glimpse of the guy so far. And I would have liked to see more of him already, but nitpick.
All right, lady.
I played 6 hours of this game in total. Yes, it's gonna be a slow burn in an hour. I'm telling you right now. You gonna have to go. That first hour is gonna be tough. Because it's a lot of cutscenes, a lot of dialogue, a lot of backstories. There's a hideout. There's hideouts.
The map is huge.
The map is huge. I got last night. I did every vantage point bird. All of them go.
All of them on the whole map.
No, the first.
No.
I know. I'm like, who does that? Go ahead.
The first area.
Okay.
Because I was like, well, let me just set myself up. So if I do this, when I do these side streamers again, I'm prepared because that's how big the game is. That's how big the game is.
At the very end, Delilah, pay attention because I'll show the whole map. And you'll see like how big it is.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying the combat. It looks pretty on my, on my TV and my Series X. You gotta get in them castles. There's hideouts. There's, enemies that outside from the main story that you can accomplish, you have to fight these people. Just like what she's doing right now, this is what you're gonna have to do in the majority of the game. You're gonna go to these castles, you're gonna loot, you're gonna assassin people, you're gonna get the level ups, and you're gonna use those level ups for your tree. Whatever play style you may want. I thought, and I'm right with you, LBOOGIE. Sasuke, is that if I said it right?
Mm-hmm.
Should have been a little bit more into it, but I was told that if you play more, he'll have his own little section. So
okay,
but the beginning is focusly on her.
Oh, now he didn't pull out the gun.
Shot her ass. I love how the armor looks, like the armor, the clothes, the weapons. I can see that attention to detail, which I love about it. When you go, it's an RPG. You're gonna get armor, you're gonna get weapons, and some of them are really, really nice. It's a scaling system, so I think it's gold, I think it's green, I think it's gray, I think it's purple. So yes, you have to play her first. Ain't no way. You gonna have to play her first. I spent a lot of time just opening up the map, playing like little side missions that doesn't really affect the game so much. I'm playing on Forgiving. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since Black Flag, so I'm playing on Forgiving. And even under Forgiving mode, it's still kind of hard. Don't be coming up to, Osaka Castle, just getting out the hideout, because you're going to get whopped. So I just can't wait to get back into it. I'm probably going to get back into it tonight when I get off work, but I'm enjoying the experience that I have. The bad, there's not really too much bad for me. And I'm taking it as a person who haven't played in a minute of Assassin's Creed. Now you might find, who play Assassin's Creed regularly, they might see the flaws quicker than I do. But as far as bad, there's not really any bad. No, I ain't gonna lie. You did not put, and this is a nitpick too. In the beginning, they got these files of memories of all the past Assassin's Creed, and they didn't have my dude Edward in there, and I was kind of hot about that.
But that's because they only went back the last 5 games. They only went back.
I know that game is like 10 years old, 12 years old. I understand.
A little bit more than that.
I know that. Yeah, we there. I'm enjoying it. That's it.
I'll add one more good in is that I like that they went back to like making the animes like front and center. Like I felt like in some of the last previous titles, you felt like you were playing an Assassin's Creed game, but that element of the fact that you're not really here. So I like that this has like jump started with it. Like you're not really here, you're playing through this. And then they gave you, like that whole ominous feel, like, that somebody is trying to warn you about, what's going on. So I really appreciate that. Go back to that.
It's like I always like that because it's kind of like a butterfly effect type thing.
Yeah.
It's 2 stories happening at once.
Right.
Yeah.
So I am the Assassin's Creed super fan in the group. One of the reasons why I wanted to go last because I'm trying not to be biased here.
Yeah.
But I did, like Lady said, no, Boogie. I did enjoy how they started it off with you, like, oh, they're trying to tell you something,
right?
Because at one point they were all happy-go-lucky with it, and like, oh shit, what was that? Especially if you missed it. The combat is nice, the animation is nice. Like this is a clean game. This game is pretty. I'm playing on the Series X. I'm gonna play it on my Steam Deck later on today. We're gonna try to anyway.
I need to download it.
Yeah. My bad is that, like Lady said, that opening can get kind of long. I don't know if my attention span was short yesterday, or I mean this morning, which it probably was because I was highly medicated. But like, I feel like it could have been some stuff cut out. And I also am a little bit of my bad is that you switch between time periods between her, especially her, because I know we're in like 3 different time periods when it comes to her, and then with him. So like, I wish there was some way to and like a way you could, you know, visualize
like
that.
chronological,
Yes,
like
I don't mind that you're playing it out of order because again, it's Assassin's Creed that dismisses all out of order. But I do wish that there was somewhere in the menus you can go back like, hey, this is what happened at this point. This is what happened at this point, because there is a lot going on with her story. You with his story at hell at this point he's happy-go-lucky. So that is my bad. My ugly. At this point, I don't have an ugly. But again, I am biased. So we're gonna.
I was gonna say I finally thought of an ugly.
Oh, what's your ugly?
That they don't. So apparently, Ubisoft puts it in Steam in such a way that the Ubi launcher still has to launch, which then allows them to opt out of family share.
Oh wow!
I can't do family share with Assassin's Creed.
That's messed up.
Right, because I can family share with like Cyberpunk, Gotham Knights, like all these other games, but not this one. And I know it's an Ubisoft thing.
I feel like they're gonna change that if a lot of people complain.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not if they're using their launcher as like justification.
Do you think it's because like the game hasn't officially released yet? Because isn't this early? Isn't this like the early release?
No, this is out.
They
it's out.
Do an early release. It's hard to do.
Okay.
I wish they would have did an early release, but no.
Yeah, when they pushed it back again, they took that part out.
Oh wow!
Like early.
Okay.
Because remember, they did 2 pushbacks really close to each other at the time, right near the release.
Yeah. So okay, so as
I'm just looking at the seed. I'm sorry.
oh my god, girl. My first, some good news. As of this morning, 2 million people have played this game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 2 million. Like, people are playing games nowadays. The market is hot because Monster Hunter Wilds did 3 million last week, and Split Fiction did 2 million. So, like, people are buying these games. So, kudos to us.
That the loud squawkers are just that. They're just
that part, and that's what we're finna get into. This game has caused a lot of controversy because of one main reason. We're gonna just, and Ubisoft put it out there in front, because you get to play as a black man. He's one of the main characters in this game, and one of the main reasons why I bought it was because there was a black man in the game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like, you're telling the Black Samurai story. I have to buy this.
Yes. Which again, I like how they started off in Portuguese. Also, how they literally call him a slave and everything, and like, but he's there as a bodyguard.
He can't do anything for you.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Got those
that whole part was like super. That gave me. Did you watch that show on Hulu? What was it called? You know, the one where the Portuguese guy is over in Japan, feudal Japan. It won a ton of awards.
Shogun.
Is that what it was?
Is it Shogun?
I don't know. I have to look it up. But it gave me those vibes. That whole beginning.
That was a nice beginning. I kind of wish it was longer, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, it is Shogun. You were right. Came on FX.
Yeah, FX. But I don't know. It's just something about this simple fact right here. A black man in feudal Japan just set people's. They was not happy about this since this game was first announced almost 2 years ago. And then they got upset that the other character was a woman, which we've had female assassins before.
For the last 3.
Yes. Like Cassandra in Odyssey. I can't remember the girl name in Valhalla. And then
they had the same name.
That's right, because you could
they couldn't tell if he was male or female, so you could play as both.
And then want to go back to the Syndicate, which was that game where you could there were twins, the Fry twins. And honestly, the sister was the better assassin. I'm just gonna put that out there. She stuck better to the creed than the brother did. But why was this so upsetting to folks? Anybody can jump in here. Like, what was people's problems with this game? And like somebody just said it in the, I just want to point out how we had a black man in AC Origins. He was Egyptian, and that made that okay because he was Egyptian. It took place in Egypt. They were totally fine with that.
Okay, this is the thing that really got people in an uproar. Switching sides as soon as they said that the game was allowing certain romantic choices to happen.
Oh, we went and got that.
That's when it became a problem.
But they like weren't even saying that they're choices. It was people literally putting out a false narrative that he like, not only are you playing as a black man, but he's gay. So then that whole narrative started where they're talking about how they're trying to destroy black men. That's what you were seeing from the black geeks, right? Was that they're trying to destroy black men with gayness. Then you got the other races who are like, I don't want to have to play as a gay black man. Like, it was wild. Like those that you're not even like, the only way he's going to be gay is if you make him gay. So you decide what you want to play.
Which means that you have some underlying issues.
Like you got there. Yeah, you made the choices to get there for him to be kissing this dude. So
you just don't. I guess we live in a day and age that people are still not comfortable with their sexuality enough to like leave this type of shit alone.
Yeah,
because it should never be being who you romance in the game shouldn't be the main thing that you should be making a choice on if you want to play a video game or not, when they have been making those type of decisions in the past with other games.
I feel like even in games where they're like you can play as a gay person, they don't even force you to do romance.
They don't.
Right. So it's an option. I feel like it says more about you that you got him to be gay.
I see someone on the internet within a span of a week say, "Oh, I can't wait to play Assassin's Creed Shadows. This shit look good. Fuck what they say about the black man and the Asian woman." Nah, it was then next week was like, "Oh, I just found out that you can make certain choices with the characters that you with the characters in the Shadows, and now from that, I don't think it should be necessary if it doesn't impact the game like that." But nobody didn't talk about that when it was Cyberpunk. Nobody didn't talk about that when it was The Last of Us. Nobody talked about that when it was Life of Strange. But let it be Shadows. Let it be Shadows that has the problem.
I don't know too, because like you ever point out something that's like accurate, right? Like CHAREECE and I are like the history people, right? In that time period, men were fucking men heavily.
My book says it. My history book on wars.
But you know what I'm saying, CHAREECE?
I know, but you want to talk about
like Greek too. Like if you're talking about that time period, men were fucking men heavily.
Oh my god!
Like it was very common.
Boogie, they go counsel us now.
Look, it's historic. Like it's facts. I don't understand. Yeah, Spartans too. They was getting it in.
Historically
accurate was men fucking men. So
because it was. I just want to point out, it was not seen as manly to be with women.
It was literally only Christianity folks that told people to stop doing this.
Like I don't
That's a
know.
whole different conversation.
Yeah, a whole other conversation. But like, yeah, freely.
I don't understand it. The mess is just people. You know what? We don't read any history books nowadays because
arcade, all them. It's the truth. It's historics. Yeah, animals.
They don't be getting no bitches. They don't be getting no bitches. They don't be getting no bitches. They don't be getting no maidens. I just don't get it. You feel
wait. What's the male version of a maiden?
I don't care.
Because if we're gonna do both sexes, we gotta be what's the
but isn't part of being a maiden also like having like the virtue, right? Like so that was never expected of men. So.
That is true. So that means you also had to
equivalent.
Yeah. Anyway, back to our Regular
before we
schedule.
went down the rabbit hole. Oh,
Okay. Hold on. Ready for women are not bitches. They are queens. Stop lying, because I can tell you.
I know some bitches.
I can be a bitch. I have suppressed my bitchness for a year and a half. Y'all don't want to see my bitchness. Yes, women are queens, but let's keep it a spade a spade. Women are some bitches too. And if somebody tell you otherwise, they lying to you. They lying to you.
Yo, Yipper, a priest or monk? So no, because there's
my God.
not a priest, not priest.
No, but do you see Cowdweeb's message above it? I hope this is not true.
Oh no, that is true. That is true.
That's so sad.
That is very much true.
Because
as your resident librarian, I can it is a fact that the most Americans, I even be nice and say high school. After they get out of high school,
that's it.
They
do
don't read
not
no books no more. Read another book.
That's wild.
The Americans' reading level is literally between 5th and 6th grade.
Ooh, girl, I'm telling you. I know people can't even spell. I be like, I can't look. I'm not the best speller, but there's somebody younger than me that doesn't know how to spell. And then I'm like, okay, if you don't know how to spell, that's fine. Just ask somebody or use your phone, ask them to spell the word, But the reading level has been dipped in the last 20 years. And it ain't the 80 babies, I tell you that, because we was all up in the library.
Okay, I got my pizza.
Okay.
I used to never do that. Now I can do it easily. But yeah, I was not the kid who read 100 books over the summer.
But yeah. Again, we are way off the deep end, but again, Abacab, does Kindle count for the upteenth dozen time? Kindle counts, physical counts, ebooks counts, audiobooks counts. Read a magazine, read a comic book. I don't care if it's got more than 5 sentences grouped together. Read that shit.
Yeah, graphic novels, all that shit counts.
it all counts. But yes, back to our topic of Assassin's Creed General.
Yeah.
Do you see things getting better now that it has proven that this game is a hit to a certain extent? All the reviews were glowing about it. I think the lowest one I saw was maybe a 6.57, but majority was like 7, 8s, 9s.
I just hope that companies continue to ignore the noise, because I feel like for the most part, most people that I've talked to understand that these loud people online are just that. So I just hope that we're going to continue to see games like this coming out, right? Like that they're not going to shy away from it because of these loud individuals. I think there are more of us than there are of them.
As apparently it's 2 million in basically 2 days.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a continuous. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's always going to be a continuous cycle of games being hyper criticized based on the look of the character, based on their sexuality, and it's going to be the next game. It's going to be a rotation. Every game is going to be critiqued that way, because people don't want to play games. They just want to talk about the game, but they don't want to play the game. They don't want to invest in the game. They don't take the time to ask questions of the game. Now, if you saying, oh, I don't like the gameplay, oh, I don't like the story, oh, I don't like the graphics, it's not what I'm digging, those are legitimate, facts that you don't like a particular game. But when it comes to, oh, I don't like her because she's black, I don't like her because she's a woman, I don't like them because they're gay, I don't like them because they're who they're romantically linked with. You miss me with that shit. Because for example, Mass Effect is one of the best games ever, and you fucking everybody. Everybody. Species. But I'm saying it is what it is. When one big influencer say something bad, you know who the fuck I'm talking about. It'd be an echo chamber of everybody else saying the same thing, and people not really speaking the words that they want to believe in. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't no goddamn way I'm gonna stop playing the game because of any romantic choices. Because I play games, I don't play romantic choices. I can do that in real life. You know what I mean? I want to play my video game. If there's a choice in there, I'll take the choice if I want it. but don't be like that's the main thing that you don't want to play this game for. Y'all some weirdos.
Yeah, because romance is always optional. You don't have to do that.
I think that one of the excuses that I remember reading, it was like, oh, but if I want to collect everything in the game, I have to do it. But you don't have to collect everything in the game.
Hey, if you're trying 100% of RPG and there's some romantic options, you're going to have to take one for the team and do them if you want 100%. If you have a choice not to even make a move. But if you trying to make it, if you feel some kind of way about the move, maybe you see it in the mirror.
So, again, this game, as somebody mentioned in the chat, South of Midnight, have people of color as the main characters. Do you think we will see more people like this, more games with people of different races?
They gonna hate it. They gonna hate South of Midnight. That game look gorgeous as hell, full of Southern folklore, and they gonna hate it. They're gonna hate it. They're gonna hate it. The people that don't look like the people in the game gonna hate the game for why? Because on how
I think it'll have a little bit of a harder time than Assassin's Creed, because Assassin's Creed will pull in people just because because of Assassin's Creed's lineage, and then because of the combat and stuff like that you have with it. So I think South of Midnight will have a little bit of a harder push, but hopefully, again, it comes out, it plays well, and people won't listen to the negative.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else we want to say on this game before we move on to tidbits?
If you're an Assassin's Creed fan and you enjoy Assassin's Creed, this is a good game for you. I think it's good enough for your money. How about I say it like that? This is a $70 game. You will get your money's worth. I can tell you right now. You're going to get your money's worth with this title. If you're not a big fan of Ubisoft or Assassin's Creed, or if you haven't played in a while and you're not too sure about it, then yeah, wait for it to get on sale. If you're going to be one of those bigoted people online just to talk shit about it, just keep it moving. If you're going to talk shit about the game, let me see the hours on the gameplay. Let me see the hours you played on the game before you talk shit about the game. I'm going to be doing that now. You talk shit about a game, I'll be like, how many hours you got on the game?
Right.
Better yet, if you're going to talk shit about it, I think I'm going to ask you what's the last 3 games you don't play, and they better be something the last year and a half. Because I feel like a lot of these people don't be playing. Right.
Like if you're telling me that the only thing you play is COD or NBA 2K.
And not even recent 2K.
Right.
No, I'm not taking your opinion. I need to see your gamer score. Give me, what's your PlayStation account? Give me your name. You play on Steam? I got that too. Let me look you up real quick. I think we really need to start investigating these people who are bitching and complaining about these games if they're not playing these games.
I bet you 100% they're not playing. They're not. I bet you 100% that they're not playing because they're talking about how woke a game is or how Western RPGs is so bad. But you on the internet talking about that shit all day, and just because you got a blue check, this must be what you need your money on. I'm gonna stop playing. We have not been this bad as far as games and being ultra, critiquing games. First it was the gameplay, then it was the story, then it's the graphics. If it ain't 60 frames, now we pushing on from graphics and fidelities to what the game's supposed to look like instead of the game that's supposed to make us feel. And I just look on the TL and y'all just some bums. I hate y'all. Y'all made the gaming space trash as fuck when it really wasn't in the beginning.
Hey, sir.
Do you want to, based on based on what your husband played, do you have anything to say about Assassin's Creed?
Just it's a gorgeous game. I mean, graphically, I like the parrying. I thought that looks dope. I didn't see a whole lot of it to know whether I like the character or not. He's playing as her right now, so I haven't seen enough to kind of weigh in on if I like her vibe.
She's a little bit too impulsive for me. Girl, simmer down.
Hell yeah, I have to tell her.
But I mean, considering what I just saw happen,
look here, half that was her fault. I just want to point that out. And also watching this gameplay, I want to point out how we are playing is totally different.
Yeah, interesting.
What do you mean?
You know how you was in the castle and you murk everybody? after you assassinated old boy?
Yeah, you just ran away.
I just snuck my little happy ass out.
Oh no,
Man, I ran.
A couple of people, but then I was like, all right.
I ran. I was out of there.
Yeah.
They said target acquired. I was gone. I was
That part.
I was gone.
But yeah.
I was fucking.
Anything else you want to add, Delilah?
Not really, but I definitely look forward to. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try it though. Since we have it,
Since we have it.
Yeah,
that rig family share we got.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
Oh my God.
I'll go ahead and try it out. I gotta spend a dime, so I just try it.
But yeah. So we're gonna get ready for our tidbits real quick. Ladies, do y'all have any tidbits?
I do. It was GDC week this week.
Oh yeah, lady. Tell us about your GDC.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me just get my notes. I didn't have that much notes. But I did. There was a game at Day of the Devs that I really enjoyed. Let me see. Okay, so I went to Day of the Devs on Sunday, and it was lit. It had indie games. They had a game called Spank the Cat, and it was like a controller, but it looked like a cat's ass, and you were. I'm just saying
Ma'am. What system is that on?
It's PC.
What's the release date?
Why? I haven't.
Don't worry about that. And that's not what I asked you.
I don't know, but I'll find out for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
The game that really got me into it was Jay's and Silent Bob's Chronic Blunt Punch. So it's a beat 'em up with Jay and Silent Bob around the world of Mallrats. They have simple controls, but great combos. The artwork is good. I gave y'all the information about the dude. He was one of the artists for that game. Hopefully we'll have him on soon. A lot of indie games. I spoke with a few people. I spoke with CD Projekt Red, didn't realize who they were until I saw this jacket that said The Witcher 4 on it. So I have spoken. I shout out to them because they didn't have to talk to me. Y'all seen the story. On Discord. I asked them how do they feel about the backlash that they're getting from the main character for The Witcher 4, and they told me straight up that they're not too worried about it and they just need to read the source material and then get back with them because they're trying to stick to the source material as much as possible. I was working during GDC, so my shop is a couple of blocks from the Moscone Center, which is the place that they have. So I met a few developers from Sony. I told them to either remaster Bloodborne or put that on a PC port or something because made them laugh. I spoke with Lauren. She's from Wizard of the World. She does Magic: The Gathering Arena on PC, and it was her first GDC, which was great. You can see the excitement, and people when it's their first time going to something like that. I love it. Met David from Guerrilla Games, who did the Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. It wasn't much of a media type of engagement. It was just like a people and people engagement because developers and people who make games are people too. And I didn't want to be that way. I just wanted to make sure they was okay with their drink. And second, to just appreciate them for what they do because they people too. And people forget that people who make these games are people too. So that is my tidbit.
Yeah, she said Wizard of the World is Wizard of the Coast. Yeah. I knew what you meant though.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Anybody else before I go into mine?
No, I'm good on that. That's it.
All right. Hold on. I got to take my blur off where you can actually see this mess. Camera. General. None. All right. So again, being a Assassin's Creed super fan, I'm gonna try to hold this mess up and show it to y'all. And if y'all cannot see it, let me know. I'm probably gonna post photos.
Blow you up on this thing, make you the main screen, or no?
Whatever.
All right, okay. All right.
you can, because you know you good at that. But I got the collector's edition Assassin's Creed. And it covers
like you should do this like
I'm with it's goodie.
How to do it. Like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Sorry.
I can't. You all right? Listen, just go ahead.
All right. So we got our steel book.
That's not steel book.
Boy is cute. Like, it's my daughter, so he got that nice fat nose.
Fuck wittable.
Oh my god.
Nice little seat for you. We got a full little map here. I'm not gonna open it up, but I do like the art book that came with it.
Nice.
It goes with the other ones.
Oh, it's got the gold. I like that.
That's nice with the symbol, different things of the places and environments, and of course the weapons. Her katana, I think this is what it is.
Yeah, the katana. Oh wow.
This actually has
if you had your own katana, you could just kind of slide that on there.
Yeah. It has some weight to it. Like, this is heavy. You could throw this at somebody and it's gonna leave a little mark on them.
That's not what you're supposed to do with it though, ma'am.
Right. I'm just saying. Got a couple of drawings. This one is her.
Ooh.
And that one is him. And then on the back, it's with the and then the artist's name.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we got a wall scroll. Excuse me, I cannot speak English right now. Of course, then it also came with digital goodies, which I've already used, so I'm gonna throw that away. But the main piece is this big ass statue. Like, I literally had it.
That's a big stuff.
Like, again, okay. As you can see how far she leans over. I don't like that. But the detailing is nice. Like, you can't really see her face. But then,
that looks good though.
Yeah. But then there's him. He's solid. Like, he's on there. You can't move him at all. The flags you can take out and rearrange. She can come out. Like, if I you know what, I might buy a stand just for her and like put her in it. That way I won't be worried about her.
It looks cool though. It
does.
Cool.
It does. Like,
I feel like once you set it somewhere, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I gotta find a place. I think I'm gonna remove my Fallout, the hand one that I got for Fallout 4. Was it Fallout 3? Whatever.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna move that out of the way and then put this on that shelf.
It looks pretty big though. Like, it looks like it's definitely bigger than what I thought it was.
Same. It's got like the knives. Like, there's a helmet right here of a fallen enemy. Swords.
A lot of detail. That's nice.
The detailing is nice, like I said, but it was a bitch putting together. Especially last night when I was like not into it. But so yeah, that is the Assassin's Creed Collector's Edition. It was $229, which went down in price because when I excuse me, originally got it, it was like almost $300. So shout out to Boogie for letting me know that the price had went down. But yeah, that was my tidbit.
Whoa, that's what's up.
Did anybody see Invisible the whole season yet?
I think
I'm caught up.
I think I have one left.
Okay,
but I'm pretty sure I know what's coming.
Oh, you already know what's coming?
I'm pretty sure I know what's coming.
Okay.
But they were like going everywhere. I'm like, y'all going everywhere in this season. Like, so many different storylines, right, are happening.
How close they are sticking to the actual comic with that?
I didn't read the actual comic, so I don't know.
I don't know either.
That last episode, one of the best episodes I've seen in that whole show.
Yeah, like even the one before, I felt like we finally were getting good combat like scenes and whatnot. I think I even put in the chat in here like only Invincible can make gore look this good. Because it was so gory. Yeah.
Did y'all see the last episode too? The most recent, well, not today's episode, but the most recent episode of Soul Leveling?
I'm behind.
This episode was fire.
This should be the last episode.
Is it? Don't play with me.
I would have said it was only like 12 or something. Like I don't know. Either this week's is the last one or next week's.
Oh man, y'all get caught up because then y'all know why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling.
Okay.
I was because I had to watch because I know I'm like 2 episodes behind.
Man,
since I'm finna go park my butt on the sofa, that might be what I do.
Let's get you some. Well, I don't know. So get you some popcorn.
I need to eat. I'm gonna call my mom and like, baby,
stop at the actual food. Yeah,
that part.
Yeah.
All right. Any more tidbits?
I got nothing.
Boogie?
Y'all covered everything.
Nope. I was gonna talk about Invincible, but we did.
Oh, cool.
See, y'all spoiler free. That's how we do.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, then.
You tell people, right? Like,
yeah.
Hey, if it's for like, we didn't give hardly any spoilers for this game, but like if that game over like 3-4 years old, bitch, you on your own. At this point, watch the movie.
I do got a question. Are you guys gonna watch the new season of The Last of Us?
What's your question?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the first season, so there's that.
First season was really good. I'm gonna watch this season, although I'm probably not gonna be happy.
I didn't play the game, but I'm gonna watch it just to see if I get as upset as it lady did.
I'm sorry.
The first game, the movie I watched the movie. The first game, so good. So good. The story is amazing. And then the second game, man, they lost me with that. They pissed me off with the second game on the story. Oh,
The Last of Us ain't better than The Last of Us is better than The Last of Us 2, and I'm gonna die on that hill because that ending off that 2 shit, y'all killing me, man. Y'all killing me.
I wonder if they're gonna stick to it, right? Because remember, it was like even the guy recognized it's very much a love it or hate it, like game. So I wonder if they're gonna do that because I feel like with the mass audience that the show has, that like if they do it like the game, I feel like a lot more people are gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they got to milk it. Like that's the only thing I can say is like,
because I know they said the second game is supposed to be 2 seasons of show.
See, they're gonna have
you know what? Speaking of shows, here's a tidbit, or not a tidbit, more of a question. So y'all know we're getting the God of War TV show, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's already been renewed for season 2 and season 3. The showrunner,
right?
No idea. The showrunner has never played any of the games. Is that a problem?
Yes.
Well, hold on. If this person's a good show writer, it has great consultants, they can pull it off. But they have to
you see what we're getting right now with fucking Harry Potter. Like they need to just go ahead and cancel it.
Yo, that boy.
Oh my God. Just cancel it. I'm not watching
it. I was gonna say something like that.
I have 0 plans to watch.
Oh, you thought okay. I
thought y'all would be hyped for that. Like,
no. I was low-key gonna hate watch it. I don't even know if I can do that because how you gonna have a black man play Snape? Like this man literally gets like hanging from a tree or some shit. Like he is bullied.
Yeah, he was bullied
to the point
mercilessly.
That's why his hate for Harry Potter is so strong.
That's so bad. Like why would they do that? That's crazy.
Like I don't. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like
it's bad. And they said, and I've seen several videos that have talked about the same thing, where the people who are running it haven't read the source material. So, like, why? Why do you guys even do that? Why do you even do that?
You know what? That's what happened with Halo. Y'all know I was pissed about Halo, the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, yeah, they consulted with 343 at the time, but dude, you saw how off the rails that was season 1. Season 2 got back on track, but season 1 was like, what in the world is we going on?
Right.
We had Master Cheeks. All this stuff going on, like it was crazy.
I I didn't mind Master Cheeks. You guys,
Delilah, I cannot breathe. Don't do that.
Listen, I'm okay with it. Don't get it twisted. I'm okay with it.
I'm okay anytime.
But as a Halo diehard who knows the lore and story, I was pissed.
They have Halo cartoon porn, so you know.
Rule 34, people.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
I'm just saying, like, you know, like
for everything out there is porn for it. That is
right.
really the rule.
Okay.
Rule. Don't ask me how I know that. Hey, for this week, people, make sure to clear your clouds, clear your cache, just clear all your shit out.
No, didn't I send you the one where they talked about on PC master rates on Instagram? Like, even if you are clearing your cache, like there's still a way to find it.
Yeah,
so,
just
like
be on the safe side.
Clear your cache unless it breaks your game. You know, I did that this morning. I'm using Unreal Engine, cleared the cache, broke the whole game.
Damn.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Anything else? Because
I got nothing, man.
Yeah, I gotta put my foot up. Okay.
I'm clearing my cache. Let's go.
Okay, look, lady. Also, if you check your downloads and your re-upload.
I don't download shit. I don't download shit.
Thank you. Why we downloading anything in this day and age?
I'm not downloading shit.
Yo, I might got some questionable save links, but I ain't downloading.
I got save links, but no downloads.
Okay. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay, lady, start with you with your outro.
Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for checking us out every week. And thank you for everybody that came on the replay side. It depends. I might stream tomorrow. I don't know what. Probably more Shadows or Marvel, or I want to do 33 Immortals, but that's probably a little way down the road.
That's what I gotta try out too. 33 Immortals.
Check me out, Lady Infamous 415, at all social media, platforms. That's it. And have a good weekend.
Yeah.
All right, Delilah.
Yeah. So, just kind of echoing what Lady said. Thank y'all for rocking out with us, and for listening. Please tell your friends, share the show, like, share, subscribe, however they say. It's a good show, and we'll talk to y'all again next week. Oh, Delilah_HG everywhere, basically.
All right, and I'm LBOOGIE0208, and you can find me with the same name pretty much everywhere. I'm not as heavy on social media anymore, but you'll find me out there. Trying to play some more games this week. I'll probably be able to play Assassin's Creed this weekend. But other than that, enjoy yourself. Play the games. Don't just talk about them.
All right, everybody, and it's your broken girl here, CHAREECE. Technically, I'm not broken. I'm just sore. I am sore as fuck right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm finna go literally on my sofa, play my Steam Deck. I'm finna play these games that we talk about, because apparently we are the only people that actually still play games.
Mm-hmm. We are the only ones.
Not this week, but
any other week. And make it so bad when we say we don't play games, that means we're not playing anything popping. We usually are playing our back shit that's been played for like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, because it's our company. So don't think just because we say we don't play, we don't play. We are playing something. We just don't want y'all to know, because it's old as fuck. Unless it's Vampire Survivors, because I don't care.
Not true,
yeah. Yeah. That system get turned on at least once a week.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's your girl CHAREECE here again. I'm somewhere everywhere, not on Twitter as much as I used to be, but I am on Bluesky, I'm on Threads. I'm always in our Discord. I literally basically live in our Discord. So honestly, if that's where you want to chat, that's where you probably want to find me. But yeah. Sorry. But yeah. Y'all have a good weekend. I'm gonna go give me something to eat and then lay down. I'll see y'all next week.